Roy loves coming down here because it has some of his favorite things. Tall grass, which he loves. I think the sound of the birds and the water, the creek. Rory has Down syndrome, and he also, around the age of 3.5, he was diagnosed with autism. He also has some sensory processing issues and feeding issues. The doctor said, you know, this is kind of serious, and we already knew Rory was really ill from the meconium aspiration. He may not walk and talk, and they told us all those negatives, which now in hindsight I look back and I'm glad I didn't take those in and believe them to be true. I kind of knew in my heart that no matter what was, we were going to take Rory home, and we were going to do the best we could, and we were going to make him, help him to be successful in whatever that amounted to for him. And here we are 15 years later, and you know, I can say that's what we've done. We just recently, in the last year and a half, have added these, and it's a lock from the inside, so we lock it. And I usually tell everybody that enters our home is that if you need to leave quickly, you can. And if you look in the upper corner over there by the light switch, you can exit at any time. We use a lot of visuals with Rory, and you'll notice some of them are very well worn because, well, everything in our house is well used. And Chewies. That's one thing I've learned, is always to have 3, 4, 5 backups. And a plan B, always a plan B. I put together a birthday card party. So we had over 160 some cards that we had people send us and mail us, and Rory opened them. And his birthday was in December, and here it is, May, and he still carries these around. Rory had entered the North Douglas County Fair, which is our fair in Drain. He entered some, and he won. I opened up this envelope, and I didn't even know how much money was inside of it, and I handed it. It ended up being $12. I handed that to him, and when he brought that to his chest, I heard it and grabbed my camera and took that picture. Here is a few things that we use as supports for Rory. He's very visual, so and not knowing how much he takes in or how much is being taken in because of his sensory. You know, there could be a dog bark, or there could be a lot of things going on that will, you know, his attention will veer off. We had an issue with safety. We've always had an issue with safety with Rory. And so David put together this book called Rory's Safety Book, which has been one that we've used for, I'm not even sure how many years, but it's been many years. And this just is a way of showing Rory about what's safe. Rory has chewing, swallowing issues. So he can and does choke and gag on food. So this is a visual that shows what he needs to do, which is take a bite, put it down, chew food, swallow, and then here's a drink on here. And then here's I put this together. It's kind of a way of looking where Rory started, which was he was very, very sick. And then as you'll see later with the videos, is where he's at now.
Hi. Hi.
Look at that.
Hi. Hi.
Hey, sit down. Oh, hey. Hi. Come over here, put your bag away.
Good job, remember.
Every single day, he's wanting to do a little bit more, see, you know, more people. He's doing some handshaking. He's looking into things and commenting on it, and then he comes down here, and it just seems like that falls right into what was intended with this whole plan. Ask him, say, what's your name? What's your name? Peter! Peter! Nice to meet you! You know, I had been prefaced about, you know, Rory and what an amazing young boy he was, and all of the things that they had been working on that I should take into consideration. And when I first met him, he sat in the seat that you're sitting in right now. He came in with his aid, and then he just came on the scene. Stretch out, warm up a little bit. Arms out. Arms forward. Arms down. He was social. He was busy. He was a runner. It was immediately suggested to me all these strategies to keep him in place, in the room, in his chair, without, movement all over the floor, exiting the door, accessing things, that kind of thing. What we worked on today was setting Rory up to initiate communication, to comment, to provide directions to someone else. On. Good. And to set that up with a maximum amount of support initially, and then over the same session withdraw the levels of support, withdraw the levels of assistance there. So we model it first, and then I do it first, and then he has somebody else do it, and then I provide a a tactile or visual cue for him to tell that other person. And then over time, we withdraw those levels of support, we withdraw that assistance provided with the idea that it will click for him, that over some practice, he can go ahead and he can initiate that himself, and that will yield the same result.
Okay, who is this?
Oh, it's Papa.
Looks like Nemo.
Papa. Nemo.
All right, what should I do with it?
It's broke here.
What should I do with it?
I'm willing to wait.
What should I do? What should I do with it, Rory? Put on.
Yay! Good put on, Val. Good put on. It's incredibly exciting. What was going on in my mind was, holy crap, this is being caught on video. This is happening in real time. Someone is here observing this and videoing this, and the way it was set up just happened to be today that we suspended that moment and was cued to the instructional aide to hold off on that. And in my mind, it was, it's gonna happen. Will it happen? It's gonna happen, And I just had every sense that Rory would put that together, and then of course, it was just mind-blowing that, he actually did, and that we were all here to witness, and it's on video, that it clicked. And, I knew he's capable of doing it. It was amazing to see him do it. High five.
He's 15. I think he's starting to get that teenager thing where he doesn't need his mommy so much, which is a good thing. I mean, it truly is a good thing.
One of the things that has posed quite a bit of challenge for him in the past is large crowds, high stimulus environments, and coming into those environments after all of the stimulus and all these people are already there in place. It's been a challenge for him in the past. So this team got together and said, what's going to be the best way to approach this? And then once those decisions were made, I figured, we'll make a video also like we did for the transition to high school.
Hi Rory, welcome to 8th grade graduation.
This is what a graduation is. This is where I'm going to go in. These are the people I'm going to connect with. And this is what I'm going to do from beginning to end. He, I think, benefits from some form of motivation or distraction. You saw that he's interested in flags, and it's a preferred item for him. And that brings him quite a bit of comfort, from a sensory standpoint. And so the team said, well, why don't we stack the deck by putting flags in place? And what was determined is that we'll try to get him from point 0 through about 3 or 4 points, and the 4th one being an exit. So, point 0 is come out of the car. go to the locker, touch base with Val, the instructional aide, and that I would be point 3 at the stager where they're going to be providing the diplomas and the certificates. And then, you know, he gets to exit to the car, and I think that's going to be enough for him. But it's important enough to him and to his family, and it's been something that's been in discussion for as many years, I think, as I've been here. And it's exciting to think about him participating in that, knowing the success that he had in transitioning to high school already. And if the transition to high school was part of a team effort and it involved video modeling to give him that pre-practice, that pre-teaching, then certainly we're going to put that in place for him, you know, to participate in the graduations.
Now it's you.
Yay! Who is that? Who?
Yay!
Who is that? Who? Who's this? David. And who's this?
Yay! Do you like that?
Oh.
Do you like that? I see. Yeah. Oh!
There was a time when we didn't know if he was going to survive, and we had a pastor come in, and we're talking about life after Earth. You know what happens, and it was a really scary time for us because we were told he may not make it to be 1 year of age if the open heart surgery didn't work. And during that time, I had a lot of conversation with this pastor, and Rory survived after the surgery, and he was getting ready to come home. The pastor came back by to visit us, and he just stopped in for a minute, and we were talking back and forth, and I remember his last words to me were, you know, you need to share this boy with the world. Do your music.
I want to go for a walk.
Yeah!
You give me green card. Good gift! Good gift! Okay, good gift. Good gift.
How do you spell your first name?
Y.
Yep, R-O-R-Y. Very good. How about your last name?
N-E-E-L-Y.
Yes, N-E-E-L-Y. Very good. High five. Good job. And can I have that whatever's in your mouth?
Oh.
No. Never give up on a kid. Never. We've made, this last year has made, Rory's made progress in a couple areas that doctors didn't think he would. And maybe even I at some point didn't think he would get here. But here he is. And this year is huge because he's going to be graduating 8th grade. And that's huge. That's huge.
is not over, not over, not over till I say so.